I am Officer Lucy. Nice to meet you. Today I will interview you for naturalization. So please remain standing and raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Okay. Sit down, please. Now we will start the interview. Are you ready? Before starting, do you have any questions for me? Do you know why you are here today? Why do you want to become a U.S. citizen? Show me your green card, driver's license and passport. What is your full name? Please spell your last name. Do you have middle name? Would you like to change your name? What is your immigration status? How long have you been a lawful permanent resident? When did you become a permanent resident? When were you born? And where were you born? What's your country of citizenship? What is your social security number? When did you come to the U.S.? What is your current home address? What is your telephone number? How long have you been living at your current home address? Are you working now? What do you do? Where do you work? How long have you worked there? Have you ever traveled outside of the U.S. since you became a permanent resident? How many total days were you outside of the U.S.? How many trips did you take? Tell me about the trips. When was the last time you leave the U.S.? What is your marital status? How many times have you been married? What is your spouse's full name? What is her first name? What is her date of birth? What is your date of marriage? Where is your wife living now? Is your wife a U.S. citizen? What is her country of birth? Is she working? What does she do? Where does she work? How many children do you have? Okay. Now let's move to the next part. Have you ever claimed to be a U.S. citizen? Well, have you ever registered to vote in any federal, state, or local election in the United States? Have you ever voted in any U.S. elections? Did you ever have a hereditary title in any foreign country? Do you owe any overdue federal, state, or local taxes? What is overdue? Have you ever not filed a federal, state, or local tax return? Have you ever called yourself a non-U.S. resident on a federal, state, or local tax return since you became a lawful, permanent resident? Have you ever been a member of any organization, association, fund, foundation, party, club, society, or similar group in the U.S. or in any other places in the world? Have you ever been a member of the Communist Party? What is Communist Party? What about a totalitarian party? Any terrorist group? Have you ever persecuted any person because of race, religion, national origin, or political opinion? Have you ever been a member of the Communist Party? What about a totalitarian party? Any terrorist group? Have you ever persecuted any person because of race, religion, national origin, or political opinion? And were ever involved in any way with genocide, torture, killing or trying to kill someone, badly hurting or trying to hurt someone on purpose, forcing or trying to force someone to have any kind of sexual contact or relation, not letting someone practice his or her religion. Were you ever a member of or did you ever serve in any military unit? Paramilitary unit, self-defense unit, rebel group, a guerrilla group, an insurgent organization. Okay. What are you ever part of any group or did you ever help any group that use weapons against a person or threaten to do so? Did you ever sell, give, or provide weapons to anyone? Did you ever receive any type of military, paramilitary, or weapons training? Did you ever use any person under 15 years of age to do anything that helped or supported people in combat? Have you ever committed, assisted in committing, or attempted to commit a crime or offense for which you were not arrested? Have you ever been arrested, cited, or detained by the police? What about have you ever been charged with a crime or offense? Have you ever been in jail or prison? Have you ever been a habitual drunkard? Have you ever sold or smuggled controlled substances, illegal drugs? Have you ever been married to more than one person at the same time? Have you ever married someone in order to obtain an immigration benefit? Have you ever helped anyone to enter or try to enter the U.S. illegally? Have you ever gambled illegally or received income from illegal gambling? Have you ever made any misrepresentation to obtain any public benefit in the United States? Have you ever lied to any U.S. government officials for any reason? Have you ever been removed, excluded, or deported from the U.S.? Have you ever served in the U.S. Armed Forces? Now I'm going to ask you a few questions about the Oath of Allegiance. Okay. Do you support the Constitution and form of government of the United States? Do you understand the full Oath of Allegiance to the United States? Are you willing to take the full Oath of Allegiance to the United States? If the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms on behalf of the United States? Okay, and if the law requires it, are you willing to perform non-combatant services in the U.S. Armed Forces? And if the law requires it, are you willing to perform work of national importance under civilian direction? Okay, now we move to the next part, the civics and English test. Are you ready? Please answer my questions about U.S. history and government. Why does the flag have 13 stripes? Where is the Statue of Liberty? Name one problem that led to the Civil War. Who is the Chief Justice of the United States? What is one right or freedom from the First Amendment? Name one branch or part of the government. Now the last one is that you have to take reading and writing test. Take this tablet and read this sentence for me.
What state has the most people?
Please write this sentence for me. I will read for you. California has the most people. California has the most people. Well, you did excellently. Congratulations. You will be a great citizen. And one more thing, here is a copy of your naturalization interview results. You will receive a letter shortly to schedule your oath ceremony. Do you have any questions for me? Congratulations again.
One, please answer these important questions before I allow you to enter the USCIS facility. 2. Have you been exposed to someone who tested positive for COVID-19? 3. In the past 14 days, have you had close contact with a person who is currently being evaluated for COVID-19? 4. Are you experiencing any of the following symptoms? Cough or fever? 5. Have you traveled recently?